Hail to the king, baby! Hello and welcome to an episode of Blastercaded Painting. Today we will be painting King T'Challa from Atomic Mass Games' Marvel Crisis Protocol. This comes in the Battle for the Throne set. Really cool miniature. And like all my Marvel Crisis Protocol miniatures, I'm going to start with a prime of white. Let's paint it. We're taking some royal purple first. This is a really dark purple, and this is going all over the bodysuit. So we're not just going to have a straight black sort of bodysuit. It's going to have some purple in it. Next, we're going to take some desert yellow here, and this is just going on the pole of the spear that he has. Next, we're taking some vampiric flesh, and this is going to go on the straps on his spear. Now we're going to take some Ducat blue here, and this is going to be for all the water on the base. So we're going through this phase, we're just doing all of our base colors, and yeah, this water is going on there. Now, I'm kind of annoyed, but not. Like, this is a super cool base. It's very thematic for that Rivals panel set, but like, it doesn't match the city bases for the rest of the guys. It's fine. It's no big deal. I just would have liked the option to maybe put him on the city base instead. I don't know. I'm going to play with it more than I'm going to just leave it as a, a diorama. Next, we're taking some intermediate green, and this is just going on those lily pads that he has on the base here. So it's a very nice scenic base with the lily pads there. Looks good. I want to go swimming now. Next, we're taking some ivory from the Vallejo model airline, and this is just going on the rocks on the base. And the reason I'm doing it that color is because I'm going to airbrush the big diorama, all the rocks on there, with that color. So, there you go. Next, we're taking some Occultist Cloak, and we're going to use this as a wash over all that royal purple we did. So we just want to go through and get some good coverage and some depth. Now we're going to take some Tyrian blue, and this is going to go over all of the Ducat blue we did for the water. Now we're going to take some Beal Tan green, and we're just going to put that all over the little lily pads he's got on his base. We're going to take some Rattling Grime and some Speed Paint Medium, thin it down, and that's going on the staff of the spear. And we're going to take our desert yellow, and we're just going to highlight, layer up that staff. So we're just going up, we're leaving near the recesses, near the edges and stuff like that. We're leaving that Rattling Grime in and just putting a layer on. Now we're going to take our vampiric flesh, and we're just going to layer up those straps on the spear. We're going to take some lime green here, and we're just going to add some layers, highlights on these raised parts of the lily pad, and then we don't have to worry about painting those anymore. They'll be done. And we're taking our Ducat blue, and we're going to add in some ivory. So the first layer we're going to do is just a little highlighted up with that ivory, and we're just going to start doing all the raised areas of the water, and just bring up that blue, leaving the Tyrian blue in the recesses. Then we're going to add in a little bit more ivory and do a second layer up. So we're leaving that last layer there, and we're doing a smaller highlight up on all this water. And finally, this is really light, so it's mostly ivory with just a tint of that blue, and we're just going to pick out some spot highlights here just for sort of the reflection of the water on there. We're going to take some papyrus dip, and we're just going to put that on the rock on his base. Now we're taking our royal purple, and we're taking hex lichen, and we're going to make a gradient on our wet palette from the royal purple to the hex lichen. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do a light, like a lightened up royal purple here. And as you put this on, it'll look brighter. It's going to dry way darker. And we're just going to go through and start adding more of the hex lichen and bring it up more to a purple. Like you can see here, like we're bringing the colors up, lightening everything. And so as we do it, we want to keep our original layer that we put in, stay away from the recesses, and slowly just start working the colors up. So leaving, like, under the arms are still going to be dark, under the legs, so wherever the light would be hitting is where we're going to get our highlights here. Now we're on the final one. This is almost close to actual hex lichen, but it's still a little bit darker. But these Vallejo colors all dry a little darker, so you'll see at the end how they didn't show up this bright. And this is more of a feeling, like, oh, I think I want a little bit more color up here, a little bit more color there, and just working your way through until you're happy with how many layers and highlights you've put on, and are just ready to move on. Next, we're going to take some heavy metal here, and this is going to go on all the metal parts of the costume. So he's got the, I guess it's like a necklace, but he's also got some straps around his legs and arms, and then his belt on his waist. We're just going through and adding all that metal colors. You hear the claws. We're obviously also going to put this on the end of his spear. And we're just going to take some yellow here, and we're going to just dot in his eyes. So if you make a mistake, you can just go back to your royal purple and clean any of that up. Now we're going to take some runic gray, and this is just going to go as a wash on the tip of that spear. We will put a black rim around the base, and this guy is done. And here he is all finished up. I'm really happy with how he turned out. I didn't want to just do black with like lighter, like gray highlights. I wanted to add some color into it, and I think that subtle purple really works well for this. So what do you guys think? Are you picking up this set? I know it's a Rivals panel. Some people have some problem with the idea of having characters locked behind such a big paywall. I mean, that makes sense. I really think it's cool, and the original Black Panther sculpt for the game is fine, but this one is way better. And the Killmonger sculpt that comes with this is way better than the other one, so I think it's a cool set. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Are you going to pick this up, or is it a little too much that they're asking for? And I'm filming this just a little bit later, but as an exciting last-minute decision, I will be at Adepticon on Saturday, March 23rd. So if you guys happen to see me, feel free to come up and say hello. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff. You guys have a great day. I guess it would look weird if he was just like running around New York City with the spear. I guess that'd be strange. So I guess the sculpted base makes sense. I just really wanted the option. I don't know. We're kind of spoiled as miniature painters. We're a bit of spoiled brats. I didn't want it on this base. I wanted it on the city base. Yeah, that's me making fun of myself.